everyone, welcome back. My name is Karina and today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite quinoa salads. So I'm going to show you the ingredients and then I'm going to show you how to cook the quinoa, and we're going to mix up all our ingredients and enjoy this really healthy, really fresh quinoa salad. So first you're going to need 1 cup of quinoa, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of corn, 1 can of garbanzo beans, half a bunch of washed cilantro, 4 limes, a small slice of onion, about 1/8, 1 avocado. So first we're going to start with boiling our water for the quinoa. So this is 2 cups of water for 1 cup of quinoa. So we're going to go ahead and bring this, turn the heat up. We're going to wait for it to boil. In the meantime, you're going to wash your quinoa. Okay, so once you have washed your quinoa, you're going to go ahead and drain out all the water. And I'm using this small strainer, but if you have a bigger one, it would probably be better. This actually works just to drain out all the water. Okay, so once your quinoa is nice and washed and you have drained out the water, I preheated this pan, and you want your quinoa to be nice and dry before you put it in the water. So I'm going to go ahead and dump all the quinoa in this preheated pan. It's at a medium low. So I'm going ahead and put all my quinoa in here, and this is just, it's not to cook it, it's only make it dry faster, and it's also going to take away that bittery taste that the quinoa has. So that's why we wash it, and that's why I like to do this, to take that bitterness out of the quinoa. So we're gonna only do this for very quick.
What?
I'm gonna spread it out, and you're just drying the quinoa. Okay, so once you know your quinoa is nice and dry is when it is nice and fluffy. So right now it's pretty much dry. You could tell when it's dry and when it's ready to be put into our water that is almost ready. It's almost boiling, so we're going to bring it to a complete boil, and then we're going to throw our quinoa in there. Okay, so now that our water is boiling, you're going to go ahead and throw all your quinoa in there. Okay, you're going to do, you're going to mix it, and you are going to cover it up. And you're going to bring down your heat into maybe a low medium. And we're going to set your timer. You do want to make sure you set your timer to 15 minutes because you don't want to overcook the quinoa and you don't want to undercook it either. We're going to keep this covered for 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and we're going to go ahead and turn off the heat, and you're going to keep it covered for about 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to keep it covered so it can absorb the rest of the moisture. So don't uncover it, just keep it covered for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and uncover it. And I do want to mention, when you're cooking your quinoa, make sure the heat is all the way low. I might have said medium low, but go ahead and just turn it all the way low when you're cooking your quinoa for those 15 minutes. You don't want to keep burn it, or you don't want it to get stuck to the bottom, so make sure your heat is at low. Okay, so our quinoa, as you can see, is nice and ready. It's nice and fluffy. It didn't get stuck to the bottom. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna put it in a plate. Make sure it's a flat plate. And you're gonna spread the quinoa on the plate. And we're gonna wait for it to completely cool down, because we are making it into a salad. So you want to make sure it's very cool down. Either way, whenever you're making quinoa, you want to make sure that you do this every time so it doesn't keep cooking, because it'll keep cooking with the steam if it's covered, or if you have it in a pan, it will keep cooking. So make sure you just put it in a plate and then spread it out just like this. Maybe fluff it up a little bit with a fork, and you're gonna wait for it to cool down completely. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for this to cool down, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the rest of the ingredients, okay? Okay, so we have our quinoa cooling down over there. You're gonna get yourself a bowl, a nice big bowl, and we're gonna start with rinsing out all of our canned vegetables. You can use fresh, you don't have to use from a can. You can always use fresh vegetables. I'm gonna start with the corn, nice and drained. Just a quick rinse will be fine. I'm gonna put that in your bowl. And then we're gonna continue with our black beans. And you want to give them a quick rinse. Drain out the water. And you can use fresh black beans if you'd like. I'm using canned vegetables today because, or not, well, the corn is a vegetable, but the beans and the garbanzos, I'm using canned. You're more than welcome to use boil your own beans and garbanzos. Okay, and lastly, the garbanzos. Give it a quick rinse. And now we're going to start with chopping up our cilantro, our onions. Okay, so I have washed my cilantro. We're gonna cut off the edges or the stems. I'm gonna take out any black cilantro that's in there. And we're gonna go ahead and fold it in a little bunch. We're gonna start chopping it. Okay, that should be good enough, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw it in the bowl. Okay, give it a little mix, and we're gonna continue with our onion. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the onion. You're gonna use very little onion, probably about just a little small piece. You don't want the onion to overpower the salad. So I'm using a very small piece of onion. I'm gonna chop it up into little squares. And that's probably about all you need, maybe like less than a quarter of an onion. Just a small little tiny piece so it can give it a little bit of flavor but not overpower the taste of the quinoa. Okay, and I did chop up some avocado. Unfortunately, my avocado wasn't that good, so this is all I was able to get from my avocado. It was mostly black. You're gonna throw your avocado in there. You're gonna cut it up, and it was an avocado fail today. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You just have to take a chance. You're gonna mix it all up. And then this is where I'm going to season the quinoa. So, sprinkle some salt, just a little bit, not too much, just to bring out the flavor. And we're gonna season it with cayenne pepper. This gives it a little bit of a kick. Not too much because it is spicy a little bit. So we're gonna sprinkle some salad to give it some red color. We're gonna mix it up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut my limes and pour my, squeeze my limes in there. You're gonna cut your limes. You can use limes or lemon. I'm using 4 limes. And we're gonna go ahead and squeeze our limes. 1, 2. So I would have added more avocado to this. It was my last avocado and it was a bad one. So that was about half of avocado. I would have added a lot more. That'll do for now. Okay, so once we're done squeezing our lemon, we're going to go ahead and add our quinoa, which is over here. And it's nice and cooled. Nice and cooled. See how that is just beautiful. And the quinoa, you don't need to add salt or anything because it just has its own flavor. It really doesn't need any type of salt when you're cooking it. Okay, so you're just gonna go ahead and mix this all up. You can also add cucumber to this. You can add tomato. I don't really like it with tomato, but you can if you want to. And the way that you can have this is you could have it on top of a tostada or you could eat it with chips. That's the way I like to eat it. I like to put some tapatio on it just to give it a little bit of a spicy tone to it. You could add more cayenne pepper, more lemon. So this is pretty much done. I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. So I do like my quinoa salad a little bit more lemony, so I'm gonna go ahead and add another lemon. This is a yellow lemon. So I added my 4 limes and my yellow lemon. Not a lot of juice, but put this in half. And I am also going to add a little bit more of the cayenne pepper. And give it another mix. There's our quinoa salad. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in a bowl. Put some in a bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and try it with some chips. Some hot chips. Okay, so there's our quinoa salad. Like I said, I like to eat mine with chips. Sometimes I add a little bit of tapatio to it. So let's try it. Delicious. It's so good. So quinoa has a lot of, it's a grain and it's a very healthy grain. Has a lot of vitamins, it has a lot of protein, and it's delicious like this. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.